I have a Samsung refrigerator rf266aepn. I have water leaking under the crisper. When I try to put it in forced defrost, all I get is 8888 on the display. I'm also looking on Amazon for the Samsung authorized parts to fix the drain, but where do I find the directions to install?
Can you guesstimate how old your Samsung is? And just to clarify, what's the exact model?
I guess it is about 8 years old now. The model hash is rf266aepn.
Do you plan on doing the work yourself?
I'm going to try because I can't really afford a repairman.
Anything else we should know to help you best?
I had to scrape about a ½ inch of ice from under the crisper. Other than that, it works fine.
Hello. My name is. I'll be helping you with your appliance question today. Please wait a few moments while I review your question. It sounds like you're on the right track. This is actually a very common issue with your refrigerator, and the water is accumulating under the deli drawer at the bottom of the refrigerator because the drain line is backing up. If you look at part number 97 in the diagram below, this is the part you need to remove so that you can see the silver evaporator and the drain trough below it. Pull all the drawers out and remove this panel. There are 2 screws along the bottom of this panel in the bottom right and left corners. Then there are 2 more screws up the center support beam of this cover, one at the bottom and top of the beam with holes in it. Remove the 4 screws and then the cover is just clipped in and pulls out. You might have difficulty pulling the cover off if ice has formed behind it, so use a hair dryer and thaw out the frost behind the panel so you can remove the panel. Pour hot water down the drain hole until it's draining properly again. Once it's draining properly, blow compressed air down to make sure it's clear. If you don't have compressed air, use a turkey baster to make sure the drain line is clear and draining properly. This is a design flaw, and Samsung has come up with a kit where a drain probe goes down the drain hole and attaches to the heater so that it transfers heat into the drain hole and the drain hole doesn't freeze over. Of course, Samsung won't take responsibility or recall the unit for this issue, but the part number you'll need to install is JustAnswer-Q&A for this unit. I'm really sorry you have to deal with this issue. Below is a link to the part you can order. We are on the honor system here. If you need anything else, just let me know. You can continue asking follow-up questions at no additional charge after rating my service if you still need assistance.
Is that why it won't go into the forced defrost mode? In the kit Amazon it has a new sensor, and I forgot what the other part is, but is basically changing the clips you have to unplug to get the panel off. Also, since I paid the $28 to a whole month. Can't afford the phone call. I am on disability.
No, that has nothing to do with not going into forced defrost mode. Most likely the electronics won't work because only about 50% of the diagnostics works on these units. They are never tested from the factory. The defrost sensor is clipped onto the top of the silver coils if you have a defrost problem, but that same panel must be removed in order to access the drain or the sensor.
Thanks for the info. Do I get a month or just this one chat?
You can sign up for a subscription trial if you wanted, but currently you have selected just this one question.
Okay, thanks, I am done. Thanks for the information.
No problem, and glad I could help.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/ythi.